Hello, Tom Barnett here again with another story behind the illustration. Here one that seeks to portray a complex, three-sided relationship between an increasingly defensive China, an increasingly confident India, and a United States that just can't stay out of this ancient rivalry. The title obviously recalls Ang Lee's famous breakthrough film from 2000, which had nothing to do with India. It's just such an obvious lift for me because you have the two compelling traditional images of China as dragon and India as tiger, and some implied tension between the two. Sarah Nettles' conceptuals here were a bit all over the place, but frankly that was her job, to just put things out there. So this one, once again dipping into a race metaphor, has kind of a female America waving the U.S. flag to set this drag race in motion between the two contestants. So, I don't know, very America graffiti, very Pixar with cars, so to speak. So our second one made the point a little better. America putting the brakes on China, maybe, or trying to avoid a collision between these two behemoths. But I felt like there was still just too much left up to the viewer to interpret and fill in. Plus, I was sort of done with the car metaphors at this point. I felt like we had gone to that well too many times, or enough. Then, on an 0-2 pitch, Sarah hits a home run. Keep it simple, make the rivalry clear, and keep the U.S. off to the side. My problem here was the appearance of the Aflac duck. I mean, how the hell did he get in there? Second problem, the U.S. seems to be on China's side almost, this squawking duck. Jim worked off of Sarah's conceptual and got us most of the way there with his first cut draft. Clearly an eagle now, and clearly working against China. I really liked the image of the dragon sort of retreating into the mountains, feeling ganged up upon. I thought that was very evocative. The red team caught a visual error that any cat owner would spot, as in, where the hell is the rest of that tiger's tail? Which gets us to the final book version, which really answers the mail of this segment. Is Asia big enough for these two behemoths to be rising and risen at the same time? Sarah and Jim's work in combination captures the tension, the standoff, the outside meddling by the U.S. The viewer can pretty much fill in the rest. And that's what we're hoping for in all these illustrations, that we get the viewer far enough along so that they get the image on their own. And that's the story behind this illustration. As always, we love it when people buy the book, when they recommend the book, when they praise the book online. I and my Throughline colleagues, we feel very passionate about this work. Please consider subscribing to my Substack newsletter, and see you next time, next illustration.